I'm Jim Townsley, and I'm running for state legislator in the 30th District of Berlin and Southington. I want to tell you a little more about myself and why I'm running. I grew up in a small farm in southern Indiana where our Vice President Mike Pence grew up. Early in my life, I learned the importance of working hard, paying your bills, and helping your neighbor. In high school, I was an honor student, class president, captain of our basketball team. Upon graduation, I attended Purdue University with the plans to play basketball and eventually become a coach. After being cut from the team, I transferred to a Christian college, Tennessee Temple University in Chattanooga, Tennessee, to play basketball. During my first semester, I became a Christian and I committed my life to the ministry. After graduation and marriage to my wife, I sought the Lord's will where we could serve. In April of 1975, we moved to the growing community of Southington, where we started Central Baptist Church on Memorial Weekend. The first service was held at the Knights of Columbus, and 69 people attended. The church moved 4 times during the first 2 years until ultimately 3 acres of property were purchased and the church moved its permanent location on West Street. Over time, a new auditorium was built, a Christian school founded, a gymnasium erected, additional property was purchased, and eventually a dormitory built. The campus is now comprised of 18 acres and several buildings. During these 45 years of service to our community, we raised 4 children, and we now have 13 grandchildren. We love our state, and we will remain here for the rest of our lives. But I've been greatly burdened with the fact so many people and companies are leaving. Sadly, our state government continues to ignore this crisis. In fact, our leaders continue to add to it. This will be my first time to run for public office, and my motivation is completely centered on saving our state.
I'm Joe Markley, former state senator and Republican candidate for governor in 2018. I've known Jim Townsley well for more than a decade. His help was essential to my election to the state senate in 2010. And since then, he's been a trusted friend and advisor, and an ally in many political things I've done. He knows politics very well for a man that hasn't been in the legislature. He knows campaigns, how to organize for them and how to win them. But most important of all, he knows what he believes. He believes in those American principles of personal responsibility, individual liberty, and limited constitutional government that made our country great and that can still restore the state. I'm delighted that he's running for state representative. I'm confident that he's going to win this election, and I know he will serve us with distinction and dedication to principle.
Every year since the income tax was instituted, people in our church continue to discuss, we're going to leave the state. As soon as I retire, I'm leaving. We lose at least 3 or 4 families every year. 2 families this last month indicated they're leaving. One is the youngest corporate executive of UTC. Another one a flight pilot for Delta Airlines. Some of our people are poor, some of them are well-to-do, but they're leaving. Tolls will not solve our financial crisis. Charging for plastic bags and raising the deposit on beverages is not the answer. Increasing fees and red tape only add to the exodus of businesses and families. Our government needs to tighten its budget just like the families of our communities have done. Our state has mismanaged its finances and made decisions that hurt people rather than help them. Someone needs to stand up and say, stop the spending, stop raising taxes on the citizens of our state. My desire is to give hope to the people in Berlin, Southington, and our state that we can do better. As a lifelong Republican, I've been involved in the campaigns of several candidates. I've spent many hours at the Capitol, spoken at public hearings, and petitioned several legislators to do the right thing. Now I'm committed to represent the hardworking people of our state and be a voice for the hopes and dreams of our citizens.
Hi, I'm Victoria Triano, Chairwoman of the Southington Town Council, and it's my honor today to come to you and let you know that I am supporting Jim Townsley for our state representative. He's everything that Southington needs right now at this very critical time.
My entire life has been about serving others. I have helped people through the hardships and struggles of life. I've been with grieving mothers at the bedside of a son who overdosed from opioids. I provide hope for couples that have given up on their marriage, or face financial ruin. I've spent countless hours helping people with addictions. My goal is to represent every person with fairness and bring common sense to our state. I hope to meet you soon in person.